it's Andrea with Dog Training Elite Northeast Ohio, and now we have Rosie. Rosie is a 2-year-old golden retriever, and we're going to demonstrate some concepts of how you can teach Leave It to your dog. Rosie's not a puppy per se anymore, but she definitely sometimes doesn't understand personal space. So with a puppy, puppies are very food motivated, so teaching them Leave It is a really, it's an important thing, impulse control. Dogs have to understand impulse control, and teaching starting with Leave It is important. Leave It is important for all things, not just food, food items, but things that could harm a dog on the ground, rocks, discarded food, medicines, toys, whatever, anything you find out and about while you're walking. Dogs love to eat things, and it could mean a trip to the emergency room. So learning impulse control, especially when it comes to things like that they shouldn't eat, is important. And then it carries on later into things like thresholds, not running out a door, not running out of their crate, that type of thing. Rosie, here. So I'm going to show you, now this would be after you've already worked with your dog, yes, on things, the charging of the mark, the positive mark, yes, the negative mark, no, working on eyes, look, that type of thing. This would kind of be the next in the succession of that. So when you want to start teaching your dog Leave It, again, you're going to want to have some treats in your hands, your pockets. It's okay for your dog to be pushy, because again, what you're going to do is you're going to start off by rewarding them in the calm. So when you take your treats in your hands and let your dog know that you have the treats, and you can see what Rosie's doing. She's licking my hands, licking my hands. What I like to do is maybe have a bunch of treats in one hand, maybe just have one in the other. This is going to be my reward hand. So as she's licking my hand, what I want her to understand is that she's not going to get anything for this behavior. So I need to wait until that moment when she pulls away, when she gives me some calm. So again, patience. I'm going to let her lick, I'm going to let her lick, I'm going to let her paw. These are none of the behaviors that I want. Remember that offered behavior. I want her to understand as soon as she pulls away from my hand, that's when I'm going to mark and reward, okay? So she's licking, licking, licking. Again, have patience. Yes. Okay? So she pulled away. So that's when I mark and feed. And take another one. I'm going to let her kind of go at it for a moment. Let's see what she can, if she learns, what gets her the goodies. Certainly isn't this. Yes. Mark and feed. Yes. There we had a couple of behaviors. Not only did she pull away, but she looked up at me and she gave me some good eyes. Yes. Yes. So she's learning. She doesn't get anything when she's pushing. It's the waiting and the calm. Yes. Now I'm going to make it a little more challenging. I'm going to open my hand. No. There's that negative marker. No. Yes. No. 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 Yes. So every time she comes at my hand, closed fist, no. I wait until she gets sat back, she looked at me, yes. That gets her the treat. No. 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 Yes. Good girl. Now the more you practice this with your dog, you can then extend it to even be more challenging. You can try and take some of the treats and you can put them on the ground. No. Now if they go for your hand, okay, you're going to go ahead and put the food down. If they go for the food, you're going to have to cover it real quickly. Puppies move fast, okay? Again, Rosie's kind of learning this trick. Yes. I wait till she looks at me and I reward and feed. even though there's stuff on the ground in front of her. Yes, good. Yes, good. So there you go. You can extend, and then in some of the things that you would do to add difficulty to this would be maybe putting the food down. Oh, here comes Buster. Putting the food down and moving away, giving a little bit of distance. You know that, no. There was that negative marker. I'm going to put the food down. I'm going to uncover it. Maybe I move away a little bit. Yes, or good. Okay. Now, another thing that you want is if you play this game, don't reward from the pile on the floor. Have some extra in your hands. Yes, good. We don't want them learning that it's okay to take what's off the ground. No. Yes, good. Eventually you can get real good and you can say, you can put them on your dog's feet. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Hi, it's Andrea with Dog Training Leads, Northeast Ohio. We're back with Rosie. We're going to kind of continue on with that concept of of leaving the food. We didn't introduce the command. What I showed you was just how, again, through just simple marking of the yes and the no, and getting the behavior from the dog, whether it was offered, and all really what she was giving me was, most of it was offered behavior that I was waiting for. Now we're going to show you how you can tie in and make that a command. So in chaining, you know, when the dog learns a behavior, then you have to chain in the name of the behavior, that type of thing. So again, if I take my treats and I put them in my hand, and Rosie, you know, if she wants to come at me like this, I'm going to wait until she backs off. Leave it. Yes. And then I can add that command in. Leave it. Yes. Leave it. Yes. So let's open our hand. Let's make it a little more difficult for her. And every time if I have to close my hand, I will say, leave it. Or you can say, off. Leave it. Up. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes. Leave it. Yes. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Yes. Good. Leave it. Yes. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Yes. Good. Let's try that on the ground. Leave it. Yes. Good. Leave it. Yes. Good. So I'm doing the leave it command and I'm waiting until she looks at me. Leave it. Look. Yes. So you can add commands. I told her leave it and then I asked her to look to me. Leave it. Look. Yes. Good girl. Leave it. Look. Yes. Good. Good girl. And now I'm going to say to her, get it. Because she did a good job, I'll introduce that. I'll say, get it. And I'll go ahead and give her all the treats. Good girl. Good girl.